pace. The brakes are right there. I could hit them, but you know what? Fuck it. Toot toot. Let's do it.
Well, you know what? Let's just kick our interviews right off the bat,
Okay.
okay? Because it is now 2:30 in the morning in Belarus, and Cypher is a little tired, and he might have done some things also to make him a little tired right now. And I think we should bring him on. So let's talk about QuakeCon
Okay.
as we get ready.
Okay.
Did you watch it at all? Because now, id Software, geniuses that they are, in Bethesda. Nah, this is, of course, not their fault. Just happened to be on the same weekend as the International, making it a little bit difficult and a little bit, some overlap there
Yeah.
with another event. And can't say that helped things. But the tournament itself, the matches that I saw, were actually really great. And the final, even though it was Cypher winning 3-0, Dahang was winning all three of those maps within the first 4 to 5 minutes. And Cypher came back to win all of them. And this was a rematch of the 2012 finals, I believe, 2011 or 2012.
It was 2012, I think.
Yeah, from what I believe, this is actually the first rematch in QuakeCon history.
Really?
In the 14 years of QuakeCon since 2000, I do not believe there has been a repeat final between the same two players.
Since when did you say? 2000 when?
2000, since ever. I do not think that any Quake final has ever repeated itself twice. So I think this is the very first time that has happened.
Yeah.
I think that the question now, really, and there are a lot of storylines that come out of QuakeCon. Cypher versus Dahang, although it was the first rematch, was probably not the final that everyone thought what might be. I think we were expecting, and a lot of us, talked about, it's the battle of who is the best Quake Live player of all time. It's between Rafa and between Cypher, and Rafa gets eliminated by Toxic. And I have to say, watching Toxic play those games was incredible. It brought me back to the same memories I had in 2007.
That actually is all I mean, I'm glad that Cypher's coming on, but in terms of what I got to see, first off, I didn't even know Toxic was playing. And you guys got to understand, like, Toxic is a guy that I was fucking shoutcasting back in, like, 2002, man. 12 fucking years ago, Slasher. 12 fucking years ago. And he is still ripping shit up. What? Toxic is probably my biggest esports man crush of all time. He is fucking incredible.
I mean,
Amazing.
I worked for the WSVG and Game Riot when he went on that run, so I got to
that
go
was
to
Quake 4 too.
That was Quake 4. I mean, Quake 3, he was a great player, but you would always say that Fox, the other Ice Climbers, was the superstar kind of the team, and Toxic and Gopher as brothers were great 2-on-2 players, and together they were one of the best TDM teams of all time. But Fox kind of took that spotlight. Quake 4 came with WSVG, and Toxic, I mean, I got to witness him. He went on to win like 10 incredibly hard tournaments in a row where, I mean, you may laugh about where Quake is now, but Quake 4, with the money that it had behind it, and that it was an awful game, you had all the Americans, including Fatality and Socrates and such, going at it. You didn't have CCM and 0-4, but you had pretty much every superstar dueler in the world, and Toxic won 10 times in a row. The only time he lost was to Avec once when Cooler drew on a pizza box and showed him how to win the final on Frantic, and then he went back on to win 4 more times. And back then, Toxic would dominated Cypher in the finals, even though Cypher was at that level when he was young. And during Quake Live's time, after Quake 4, he's kind of retired. Quake Live has now come, and he's been, not as what he once was. He hasn't been playing. He hasn't been
but he can.
Hasn't gotten those results. But did you watch those games?
Yeah, I only got to see that one game of Toxics that you were talking about. And like I said, you give the man an LG.
I mean, really, though, to watch his LG versus Rafa, it was just incredible. We're talking more about him than Cypher, and we will talk to Cypher in just a minute, but it really gave me flashbacks to those moments to see him like in control with such pure aim, and Shane, like, you know, it's because the camera is on Shane too in the corner, and
I wonder if that.
you could say that like a lot of like players don't have facial reactions. I saw more like oh, like out of like Shane and Rafa in that one match than I did throughout the rest of the tournament. It was really cool. As like the side thing, probably also my favorite thing. And at the same time, he knocks out Rafa. So you don't get the Rafa Cypher final, which I thought a lot of people would have, thought might have happened. But Cypher had as one of the toughest brackets. He had to go through strengths early on as well and swept him. Had to, still played him in the finals and 3-0'd to Hang, and now he is. I think like a year ago, we even spoke on the show that Rafa, because Cypher had to miss a QuakeCon, Rafa kind of cemented himself as probably the best Quake Live player, and now Cypher has come back and won the DreamHack and QuakeCon in a row. So even though Quake is not where it once used to be, it is so fun to watch the majors when they happen, and you have these storylines that have now lasted, 10
years, yeah,
11 years. 0-4 won a QuakeCon title this year. He won the very first QuakeCon 1v1 in 2000. He won another QuakeCon championship 14 years later. 14 years later.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Slasher, it makes me a little sad that it's something that can't, it's something that can't quite be highlighted, or I don't know what to say. I wish that people could really see this shit and like appreciate how amazing these guys' skill are. And I don't know. It makes me sad to see. It makes me sad to see Quake players is fucking awesome. And honestly, the viewership was decent, more than it usually is, but
I mean,
again, up against the international,
no, it was not.
Would it have been?
It's not decent. It was not decent, and they made the players wait till like 11.
Oh, well, no, that was bullshit.
At night again.
But I mean, like, that's what you expect out of it.
No, I can't believe this shit.
QuakeCon's always been
fucking unbelievable.
QuakeCon is, oh god, like, why are you surprised?
It always has been awful. It's always been terrible.
Hold on a second. Right now on this stream, Slasher, right this moment, I am showing a portion of the final, or one of the semifinals that took place at QuakeCon. Just look at those player boxes of Toxic and Rafa. Toxic on the left, Rafa on the right. Just look at where they're at. It looks like some sort of Victorian ballroom. It's just, dude,
Hey, you know what? The
Why does it
wants to see
1996 and shit?
If the FGC wants to see true esports, the game that really brought esports in the West was the Quake series, this shit is our real esports. To show that there really is no fucking difference between the fighting game community and the esports community, you don't have any further to look than the goddamn Quake community who's still in a ballroom, still playing games and waiting 5 hours until 11:30 at night. Shit is running late. The streams are going down. Things just happen.
Ding, 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 ding. Newsflash. Unfortunately, I think the harsh reality, Slasher, is that people don't seem to give a fuck.
Well, that might change now with some upcoming announcements. But it was still great to watch Quake. I also want to give credit to Faceit. They've done a great job.
They always do a great job.
Xavier, the casters, those guys did great.
Absolutely.
Zoot, those, all you guys did great casting, great streaming. That was good. No spinny logos. It's been much better since Faceit took over. Yeah. Everything else left to be desired. It's
Should
very
we Cypher on?
Even the formats.
Hey, you know what? You know what though? Even all of the bad little things we could nitpick about, I think the important thing to take away here is that the Elder Scroll tournament was fucking unbelievable. It was just fucking incredible, dude. I didn't miss a second.
I'm sure not.
In fact, I found myself like kind of straying away from TI4 a little bit every single time I saw
The Elder
some
Scrolls was on.
fighters starting to engage in Mortal Kombat with one another. I'm sorry. Did I just say that? Was that disrespectful? Okay.
I think that was fair.
Okay.
That was fair. Okay, let's bring Cypher on.
Okay.
I did make a post on ES Reality. I made a visit for the first time in a while. I said I would.
Did they tell you to go fuck yourself?
No. No. The worst joke was got fired, came back to ES Reality, which I guess is kind of fair, right? It's kind of fair. But there was like 20 like decent questions. It's not bad.
Holy shit, that's good.
I will. Yeah, wonderful.
That's good. That's
Thank
fucking.
you.
That's
you.
a good troll right there, man.
That's-
ESR. They know you. They know you too well, man.
They
They know me too well.
Can't go away.
You can't trick them, man.
No, you can't.
You can't trick. That's so funny.
Our Kappa is as close to ES Reality as I ever had. I don't even know why I never put these two things together.
But our Kappa
like,
never started as like a civilized place. Like it was just crazy from the get go. At least like ESR, like it evolved over time. It definitely.
I don't know why I never really made this comparison.
About what?
Our Kappa would never survive in ES Reality waters. FGC actually doesn't know shit about fucking esports and that real shit that we have.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
Man.
Cypher says he's ready.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Unfortunately, no webcam
No
for
webcam.
Cypher. He tried to get one today in Belarus, was not able to. Fortunately, we don't get to see his sexy face. But I'll get you some pics.
All right. Let's see.
Hey.
Cypher, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to Live on 3. It's good to have you on again.
Yeah, hello to everyone. Nice to see you again, yeah.
Congratulations. I know it's late, so we'll try to keep it snappy, and I'll try to keep Slasher on task.
Yeah, I already took a nap before the show a bit, so
good job.
It's okay.
Good job. All right, Slasher, you want to kick us off?
First, I have to say that congratulations again, Alexi.
Thanks.
I want to maybe take a little bit of credit for my tea as we start off the show. Gotta get that out of the way.
Yeah, it's just credit to you and a big thanks. Before the tournament, I really felt shit before the tournament, and you helped me a lot, honestly.
So, as a little story, Cypher, as getting into the country, I don't even know if you can talk about the story of you actually getting into QuakeCon. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that. But anyway, Cypher gets inside the U.S., and the fight is canceled because there was rain after TI. I think it was that Monday.
All right.
He gets stranded in New York. I ended up meeting up with him. He comes to my apartment. We hang out. And he was sick, and I tried to make him as better as I could before I shipped him off to
and
Dallas.
Smoothies was the key.
Yeah, was he a good practice partner?
Who, Slasher?
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to play, but
he didn't know which button was jump.
No, he couldn't find the cable or something like this.
I needed a second computer. Yeah, I really wanted to. I was like, I had Cypher for like 4 hours. All I want to do is play Quake with Cypher for 4 hours. Really, that's all I want.
You know what? I feel like Cypher, if you would have practiced with Slasher, then you probably would have lost QuakeCon. So I'm gonna thank Slash for not finding that cable.
Yeah.
That's probably fair. So, Alexi, 4th QuakeCon championship. Did you ever think, early on when you first started playing Quake, because I've known you ever since you were a kid and you started playing. I mean, you played Quake 3 with Keeper, but you didn't really break out until Quake 4. Did you ever think you would win 4 QuakeCon championships and now have the most of anyone ever?
No, of course, I think not. I always was like aiming for it and was hoping for some big success and for big respect from the community and stuff like this. And yeah, but actually for like for such results, I didn't wasn't ready for it at all. It's just when it starts to happen, it's just start to be usual for me, regular, and right now I feel it more. Um, not that emotional after the finals and stuff like this if I win. But before, if somebody will tell me that I will win like 12 tournaments, which is international ones, of course, I will just say it's not possible.
Are you ever surprised to just think, wow, I've been playing this game for however many years I've forgotten?
Yeah, I think that it's already a problem for me because I'm looking for the way to to quit the game, but opportunities is appearing all the time, like big tournaments, sponsorships, and stuff like this, and I still hold on with Quake.
Do you hold on just because you love to play, or do you hold on with the aspiration that something will take Quake's spot and will reach the same level of glory that Quake 3 did?
Yeah, maybe I'm hoping for it, but I'm taking both of it. So like I like to play the game. Not always. Like sometimes I have periods when not everything goes wrong in the game. I'm losing to everybody, and yeah, at this period I just hate the game and stuff like this, and I really want to quit. But of course, when you put a lot of work, and when this work is like and giving you good results, of course, it's just giving you a lot of motivations to play more and more and more, and hoping for the best.
Now, me and you talked a decent amount while you were at my apartment, and you were telling me you felt great coming into QuakeCon 2014. The only thing you were actually worried about was getting sick. What led you to feeling that you were going to win this year?
Why I felt it?
Yeah, like I mean, has your practice? Are you back in that stage where you were loving the game and you felt
Yeah,
like your practice was good?
Yeah, sometimes I just feel it inside, and that I really miss the LAN tournaments, and I really miss different atmosphere from that one I have at home. And since already all this time I'm participating on international tournaments, I start to how to say it. Yeah, I just start to like it more and more, like to go on LANs and stuff like this. So more than before. Before it was like I was flying everywhere. Maybe half in the year I visited 4 countries. I don't know, but it was really great times. And yeah, so when I go to tournament right now, I feel really great. I feel really motivated, and I try to make my game be ready for it. So when I'm like abroad, when I'm in America, I feel really great about visiting this country and stuff like this. So it's everything about my head and yeah, and about my mood. So basically, my mood was just great, and yeah, as you mentioned, I was worried only about my throat and yeah, not getting sick.
Beyond the mood, though, I mean, we kind of went into some specifics. You were very confident against, who might be your final semifinals opponents: Rafa Strengths, to Hang, Evil, Toxic. You told me you were pretty much ready, and you thought you would and could beat any of those 5. Why did you think that going in? What was your mindset against each of these guys?
If I will play against other than Evil, or what?
I mean, because it seemed like you had a plan for any of the five that you would have played, any of those
Yeah,
five.
yeah, bro.
Um, did that feeling only come recently? Did that kind of feeling came from your last DreamHack win? But I mean, to be able to feel confident against any of the major five that you would beat them all seems like it would be a big thing.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the experience of last matches against them. So I just already feel how to play against them, and I already found the key to beat all of them. And yeah, I just don't have um, any other thoughts like bad thoughts that they can win me here or here. They play better on these situations, or they count better, or or their aim is better. So I just don't feel that they have some advantages. And yeah, and with such mood, I'm coming to these matches right now.
Are you surprised you played to hang in the final and not Rafa or Evil?
No, I'm not surprised. Why? He's always on the top, and yeah, it just depends on some few small factors around. Yeah, around these players like Toxic, Evil, The Hank, and Rafa. I think so.
Well, I want to mention we haven't seen so much of Toxic. At least maybe you have. He's been somewhat absent from the last few QuakeCons. Had you played with him prior to this? Did you know he was in as good a shape? Did he surprise you at all?
Firstly, if we talk about Quake Life and Toxic, and we don't talk about Quake 3 and Quake 4. So firstly, I start to see how he's playing, and I realize that this guy can be really dangerous. At 2010, he was my main practice partner before the QuakeCon 2010, where there was a final against Cooler. Maybe you know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
so
best QuakeCon final ever.
yeah, so basically, before that tournament, I felt not that great about my tactics and stuff like this. And Tox helped me a lot because he had a great aim and he was doing right things. And yeah, he helped me a lot before QuakeCon 2010. And then I start to realize that this guy, when he will come to some LAN, he can be a big problem for any guy who he will play against.
What did you think of him beating Rafa?
Actually, I'm a bit surprised because I thought that Rafa's play style and game style, which is like more faster and more more control over the level. So he's not like trying to fight a lot with guys, so he's trying to avoid fights a lot and try to control more. So basically I was thinking that such kind of style like Rafa's would be really hard for Tox. But yeah, as we saw, Tox was just showing a lot of great aim, and yeah, and Rafa wasn't ready at some point for it, I guess.
In the finals against the Hang, you were down in most of those maps, and you were able to come back and win in the end. Can you kind of like go through what was happening in the beginnings of those games and how you're able to make comebacks on each of them?
Yeah, as I told you, like I just feel really great against every of the guy, which was like top 4, and I felt.
What was it about the Hang then, since you played him?
So yeah, especially against the Hang and the final, I felt that even if I had bad start and I did some mistake, which costed me these frags, I already was expecting this, so it wasn't surprise for me. And such score like 6-0 or something like this, or 6-1 I just know such situations, and I know how to like climb over it, and yeah, and I was just waiting for my chance, for some aggression move, for some trap or some unexpected thing, which can get me space to take control back and then to do my stuff. And when I do my stuff, right now it's working against everybody. So yeah, I was just like patient, I guess. So that was the key to win all of the 3 matches.
So, speaking a little bit about that patience, as we were kind of observing some of the clips from match number 1 in the grand finals, you even stopped at one point about the 5 minute and 26-second mark to type into the console, "You rush too much." So, do you feel like Dehang plays a bit more aggro style that, you said you played patiently and that was kind of like the key to your success? What are your thoughts just on like his style and what you said?
Yeah, the thing I said that I think I did bad because, but yeah, when I was playing, I felt that uh, the Hank is doing really unnecessary, aggressive moves, which is like every normal player who I play, for example, in Europe, like practicing, nobody will do it. So, and everybody will win me in such situations because they don't do such. I don't want to say stupid things, yeah, because I think that he have his own thoughts of the game, and I think that I mean everybody is doing what they think that it's the best, and yeah, it's just about each of us, but I think that he played wrong, and at some point I just I don't know why I wrote it. I don't know. Yeah, also somebody told me that I won only because of 75% of rail or something like this, but yeah, but I mean, like, I never act to rail like my main weapon. Like almost all my hits was because it was just really easy hits. Like all the
Sure.
time I was using the railgun when it's like almost 100% yeah, that I will
Shot.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot. So basically, I just found a way to not spam rail a lot and to use different weapons, which gives me a lot of more advantages. So yeah, it's just work like this.
Has it entered your mind, or do you feel differently about this QuakeCon because you did not have to play Rafa on the way to your win?
Yeah, I was a bit upset.
You wanted to.
Yeah, I want to beat Evil this tournament pretty badly, and I was waiting for this game a lot, like maybe 2 years. I was waiting for this game because many people was thinking that Evil is really better than me on LAN, and yeah, I was waiting for this moment when I can like finally play him when I'm in form and when everything is great, and then I wanted to beat Rafa to like to see who is really also better at this time.
Are you still at least fulfilled because you got to?
I'm not sure that I have already such, I'm more quiet right now about the achievements. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure that I'm already that hungry for any other victories. But if there will be some big tournament, of course, I will do my best.
Now, you told me at my house that Evil just rushes a lot, and you just have to wait till he does, and then you punish him. How is Evil different on land than he is online? Why did you want that ability to get revenge on him?
Yeah, I think that that's the point that online and LAN Evil is pretty much the same. So nothing really changed in his game. Maybe he is more focused on some little things, but overall his game is just totally the same. And yeah, I can't say a lot about it. It's just I played him a lot in the internet. So when I played him online, I just saw that everything what he's doing, I already knew 100 times. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it, and I know how to act on every shit he do.
That's the cooler ass quote that I
There
wanted
you go.
here on this show. So we got like 5 more minutes. So I'm going to actually ask some of the questions from ES Reality and some of the ones that we didn't get to.
Okay.
Since you didn't play Rafa, where does this championship compare to the others? I mean, the final versus Cooler probably was one of the best Quake like matches of 5 games that I've ever seen ever. But this one, you got your 4th title. There are 2 others that also had significant meanings. Where does this stack up?
So what is the most important for me?
Yeah. Of the.
Yeah, it's hard to say actually. I think my first tournament which I won, what starts everything from there, it's like ESWC Masters 2008
Yeah.
in Paris. I think that tournament boosted me a lot, like really a lot. And yeah, QuakeCon 2010 is pretty massive for me in my memory. Finals against Rafa.
And these are only ones that you win, I assume.
Well, of course.
Actually, yeah, I can remember great Dubai, but I felt that on the finals I played not that great as I should do, but still it was great tournament, great finals and stuff like this. Yeah, I don't know if we talk about the best of the best. Yeah, I think it's QuakeCon 2010 probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that, as on this show, I always love to talk about who's the best. And it's always been between you and Rafa, at least in terms of Quake Live. Do you believe that, how do you feel that you two are right now with this one?
To be honest, I really respect Rafa like a player, and I really don't want to compare us like who is the better. But for at this moment, I think I play a bit better than Rafa. But I think that Rafa is just don't have such practice time as me. Like he doesn't have like weekly tournaments like we do, like with 125 FPS, like with Face It and stuff like this. And yeah, I think it gives me a lot, and it took from him also a lot, because I know that he's not playing as much as I do right now. So yeah, but I also know that he is such a guy who can build up his game during the tournaments, and yeah, he is really a talented guy.
It's always fun for me to talk about who's the best ever, but does that ever enter your mind? Do you ever think about that?
It's hard to say, because I'm a really fan of old school guys, and I always would think that these guys, like in the past, $04 from America, like
Dollar. That's the first name out of your mouth, not Cooler. Of course it is.
No, I mean like from America, like it's these names. Like from Russia, I had already a lot of different names, like Pile, Lexer. I don't know, like Unkind, Cooler, of course. There is a lot, and I think mostly of them is more talented than me, and they showed a lot of great games, and they started, so they show me how to play. I just improve it. I just put it on the almost perfect level. So I mean, like, they just show me how to play, and I just start to play. You know?
That's awesome. Actually, I think that's one of the
Yes.
best answers I've ever heard on
So
one of them.
basically, yeah. So basically, I just can't say that I'm best of the best because I just continue what they are start to do, and yeah. So it's just about the periods of time. I think Cooler overall is the most, you know, talented player because he built the base, the biggest base of Russian style of playing in Quake, and he was successful for so many years. So I think that yeah, I think he's the best.
Since we only have a final few questions, what is going to be your future now that you've won QuakeCon? There might be a DreamHack Winter. There's announcement that Quake Live is going to be on Steam, and some rumors lead of some new things happening in Quake. No idea how much this will really help Quake get back to its former self, but being on Steam has got to be a step in the right direction. Maybe some updates will come. So are you going to keep playing?
I told you that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope for the best. You know, I can't judge right now because I really don't see activities. Maybe there is like at some point, but I really don't see it. Like for me, any activity is just like, you know, a big tournament. So if there is like a big tournament, for me it's just amazing. You know, it's great. Everything other is also great, but not as it.
Great. That's.
Do you want to ask about other games?
No, that's. I mean, we're out of time, so it's fine. The ESR guys got their questions answered, so it's all good. Cypher, as always, anything you'd like to say to your fans out there? Anyone watching?
Yeah, just thanks to everybody who is cheering for me and stuff like this. I will keep playing for a bit since now, and yeah, we'll see how it will go in the future.
All right. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for
Start
coming
streaming
on.
more, man.
There you go.
Yeah, I will try to.
You should. All right. Let me know if you do. All right,
Okay.
Cypher, thanks so much. Have a good one. Congratulations again. Take care.
Thanks, guys. See you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Leslie.
All right. His mic was getting cray at the end there. Was getting the cray. That, you know what? The answer about all of the greats that came before him, like, that's fucking amazing. Because other than maybe Dota, and I don't know, maybe someone in StarCraft has made
Counter-Strike.
something like that. Counter-Strike. But, you know, what's different about a lot of those is that there has been a lot of changes in the games, right? And from Quake 3 to Quake Live, even though you can argue that there are changes, they are the same game. Like some of the same maps that they're still playing. And that is the one unique thing, right, about Quake compared to some of the other ones. So I'm sure it has been said before, but I respect the shit out of him for, you know, for a comment like that. I think it really says a lot about just the Quake community and how much those guys respect each other as players. It's pretty great.
Yeah, and just how long? I mean, you're right. Like that, this game has been played. Quake 4 came along for a few years, and that was there. But between Quake 3 and Quake Live, really only the Korean Brood War scene, the CS 1.6 scene in the West, and then probably Smash Brothers Melee is your best example now of a game that still lives on, where you can compare people because they are playing the same game. So I really hope that DreamHack Winter has Quake Live. I mean, DreamHack Winter is the biggest DreamHack of the year. It's always been the most significant. It would be a really great thing, I think, especially because of Steam, the release, and maybe new maps, new weapons, new whatever that they release in the game is enough of a PR reason even, let alone the tournament, to run a decently sized Quake Championship. The Hang and Rafa will go over, and we will have a good tournament. I mean, do you not? What's the objection, Weed?
No, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know how much interest that could drill in. But, you know, getting released on Steam, some of these other things, maybe that's...
You think it's going to be none, little to no interest?
I want it to be mild interest slasher.
We smiled.
I want it to be amazing, but my real, my reality alarm's going off. It's saying mild is probably.